What's up everyone, this is Julian here and I'm back with another video. Apologies, it's been a while since I last uploaded. But today I'm going to be showcasing to you guys a new Pokemon from the Kalos region that was introduced in Pokemon Go a while ago. It's Dragalge, which is actually the evolved form of Skrelp. So Dragalge is a poison dragon type Pokemon, and the good thing about this particular Pokemon is that it only takes neutral from Charm. So this is actually kind of reminiscent of a Empoleon Double Dragon team that was used in the Ultra League a while ago with Empoleon, Kingdra, and Dragonite. But I'm kind of doing the similar idea here too, but with Dragalge as a save swap instead of Kingdra. And then there's an Altaria in the back. So a YouTuber named HomeSliceHenry actually ran this team with pretty good success, so I actually was able to get a okay enough IV Skrelp to use and evolve into Dragalge here and power it up. So without further ado, let me introduce once again the team. So again, as I mentioned, it's going to be Empoleon in the lead, and then my two dragons in the back, the Dragalge as a save swap with Dragon Tail, Aqua Tail, and Outrage. Now you can run Gunk Shot if you wanted to, but Gunk Shot takes up a lot of energy, and Dragon Tail isn't exactly the best energy generating move, but it is the best one out there to use right now. You can run it with Water Gun, but Water Gun lacks stab and it's just okay. So Aqua Tail is actually a great move to have on Dragalge because it can bait pretty easily. And then of course, you know, there's Altaria in the back with the standard Dragon Breath, Sky Attack, and Dragon Pulse here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into these battles. So with this particular set, I ran 3 out of 5, but I will say that Dragalge is so much fun to use, and I hope you guys can give this one a try and see how well you guys do with this. But without further ado, here's Empoleon versus a Bastiodon lead. This is actually very favorable for the Empoleon here. So I am going to be doing chunking some damage here. So I'm going to be actually swapping into Dragalge here against this Ferrothorn. Now the Dragon Tails aren't doing very effective damage here, but there isn't really anything that this Ferrothorn can do to me unless it has Mirror Shot. So you can see Thunder doesn't really do too much here. Actually going to be building up a little bit more and going for an Outrage. Now Outrage and Aqua Tail are both resisted here on the Ferrothorn, but Outrage will do a little bit more damage because it has stab, so you can see how much damage that did. So another charge move coming from the Ferrothorn, there's no reason to shield. Power Rip and the Thunder are both resistant here on the Dragalge, which is great. So I'm going to be continuing to throw. This time I actually throw an Aqua Tail. Just to do a little bit more chip damage here on this Ferrothorn, which doesn't even KO. But I'm able to Dragon Tail down, which is awesome. So they're going to come back in with the Bastiodon. But again, the great thing here about Dragalge is access to the Aqua Tail. So the Aqua Tail will actually be chipping away pretty heavily here at the Bastiodon. Actually, that's a pretty respectable amount, so I'm able to get to another one here. No smackdowns went through, which is great. So this next Aqua Tail should be chipping a little bit more here at the Bastiodon. I'm going to let the Dragalge go down, which is fine. Then going to be coming back into the Empoleon here. Now they are throwing a move. I do want to preserve health on this Empoleon, so I'm going to shield. And it is a Flamethrower for neutral damage. So they actually do swap into a Jellicent. And then there's a little bit of lag, which is unfortunate. You love to see it. I have back-to-back Drill Pecks here on the Empoleon, so I'm going to be throwing one right now. I'm expecting them to shield, and they do. Going to be swapping here into the Altaria. Now I'm going to be forcing them to throw an Ice Beam here. But instead they actually go for a Shadow Ball. So that chunks quite a bit of damage here on the Altaria, and I'm actually going for the Sky Attack right away here. Again, just to do some nice chip damage or get the final shield. So they get the shield here. So this one I'm going to let my Altaria go if they decide to throw a Shadow Ball or an Ice Beam. So they do throw the Ice Beam, which is fine. Now the Empoleon is going to come back in here. I'm going to go for the Drill Peck. I'm going to be saving the shield for Bastiodon. So I'm going to try to farm down this Jellicent. And I am able to farm down. So I actually do shield here because Shadow Ball will be hitting for a bit more neutral, a bit more heavier damage. I'm going to be able to Hydro Cannon this Bastiodon, but then Jellicent pretty much has no health left, so it'll go down after the next hit. So the opponent comes back in and they decide to surrender at that point. Great game, well played to my opponent there. Alright, we're moving into battle number 2. And so we have Empoleon on the lead versus a Tails. So this is actually a favorable lead here for Empoleon. Now they're going to be swapping right away into a Scrafty. So I'm going to be safe swapping in here with my Dragalge. Now they are throwing a move here, and I'm expecting this to be a power-up punch. Which is, so that's fine, there's no need to shield here on my part. I'm actually going to be going, was trying to go for an Outrage here. I do commit one shield here just in case it is a foul play, but it's another pup unfortunately. Going to be building up a little bit more and throw it Outrage right now. I want to see if I can get a shield here from them or just take it out. So I do decide to shield the Scrafty, which is fine. Now I'm going to be going for an Aqua Tail. So this will force the shield on the Scrafty, which is great. And this one I'm fine with letting the Dragalge go. And they actually go for foul play, which is fine. I'm be coming in now with the Altaria and try to farm down this Scrafty. Now they're able to get to a move here, which is unfortunate, but I will have to let it go. And it is another foul play, which chunks a lot of damage. So they're going to be coming back in with a little Ninetales. Have to get off some chip damage here against this A-Tails. So I'll go for a Sky Attack right now. Then I swap right away into my Empoleon here. And they have a Jellicent in the back. Been seeing a lot of Jellicents here in the remix. So go for a Drill Peck here. So I'm going to be shielding this one just in case it is a Shadow Ball. Actually, yeah, so it was a Shadow Ball. Very nice shield on my part. I'm going to be going for another Drill Peck right now. I'm going to be doing some chunking damage here with the Empoleon. So that does a little bit of damage here. I am definitely not going to be able to farm this Jellicent down. So they're able to get to a move unfortunately, which is the Shadow Ball, and that will take out my Empoleon, and then the Alolan Ninetales on the back is going to be destroying my Altaria. So there is no way I am winning this one, which is fine. It was a pretty close game anyway. So that's it. Great game. Very well played to my opponent on that one. And we're moving on to the third battle here of the set. Alright, so we have Empoleon on the lead versus a Mew. So this is actually a pretty dangerous matchup. So I'm going to be doing as much damage as I can here with these Waterfalls. So I'm actually going to swap to my Dragalge right now and see what they want to do. So I'm going to be going for an Aqua Tail right now. Or actually they swapped into Hypno, so this is not good. And they were actually able to catch it, which is great. So these confusions are really going to chunk a lot. Luckily I'm able to get to another Aqua Tail here just to do some more chip damage before I go down. So it does chip a little bit more, which is great. So I'm actually going to have to come in with my Altaria here. So my thought process was if they had Ice Punch, they'd definitely be throwing it here against this Altaria. But they actually just have Thunder Punch, which is fine. So I'm just going to be committing to a very hard farm down here with the Altaria. It's going to be able to farm down the Hypno, which is great. So now they're coming in with a Charizard, so that is actually a little bit dangerous here. So this is going to be a Dragon Claw, so I will have to shield my Altaria. So here's actually a very interesting play. So I count 1, 2, 3. So I'm able to throw a Sky Attack here just when they hit 2 Fire Spins. And it takes 4 Fire Spins to get to a Dragon Claw from the Charizard. So I do swap right into Empoleon here as a combo play, just to draw the shield here from this Charizard, and that's fine. And now they swap back into the Mew. So I know at this point that this is going to be a double Wild Charge. So I will shield the first one just to block the damage here, and then they have the second one go right away. Waterfall does sneak through, but I'm out of shield, so this next Wild Charge will be taking me out. So I'm able to Dragon Breath down the Mew, and then I have the Sky Attack ready to go against this Charizard. So great game, very close third game there. Well played to my opponent on that one. So yeah, Charizard goes down, and that's again a good game. Well played. Alright, we're moving on to battle number 4. Alright, and we have Empoleon on the lead versus a Berserker. So this is actually a little bit of a dangerous matchup here for the Empoleon, but they decide to swap out right away into Jellicent. So I'm actually going to go into Dragalge right away. So I'm not going to be shielding this one. So they actually do throw a Shadow Ball here, which is fine. I'm able to take it okay. So I'm actually going to go for the Outrage right away. And if they don't shield, this Outrage will be doing very heavy damage. So the Outrage actually lands, which is great. So unfortunately they are able to get to a move, and I will have to shield this one. It is another Shadow Ball, which is a good shield on my part here. But I am now at a shield disadvantage, which is unfortunate. So now the Berserker does come in, and I'm going to go for an Aqua Tail here. So this Aqua Tail is going to do some nice chip damage here on the Berserker. And so they're going to Shadow Claw me down, which is fine. So at this point I decided to bring in my Altaria, because I know that close combat will do quite a lot of damage here on the Empoleon, if they did have it. But so the Berserker is going to be throwing a move. I'm going to let this one go. But they actually go for an Iron Head, which is a little bit surprising here. Does quite a lot of chip damage. So they come in with a Drifloon, which is pretty unfortunate here. Gonna store some energy here on the for the Altaria, and I'm gonna come into the Empoleon. Unfortunately, they are able to throw a Shadow Ball here, which is almost takes me out. Have to go for a Hydro right now. Get this last shield. And of course they shield it. Actually, they still have another shield. So I am going to be throwing the Sky Attack here, getting the Psych Blast Shield on this Drifblim. And then they're going to be able to debuff me here with an Icy Wind. I'll have to block it, of course. So Icy Wind comes through, I get debuffed. So they come back in with the Berserker. And I have to go for a Sky Attack here, but unfortunately it was a CMP tie. So the Berserker is going to be able to take me out here with the Iron Head, and that's fine. Oh, I actually do live with 1 HP, and I am able to get off this Sky Attack here, and just about take out the Berserker. But then the Drifblim is going to be able to come back in and farm me down. Very, very close one again. Great game. Well played to my opponent there. And we're moving on here to the final battle of this set. So out of all the new Kalos Pokemon so far, Dragalge is definitely one you want to invest in here. So I have Empoleon on the lead versus another Alolan Ninetales lead. You love to see it here on the lead, which is great. Going to be chunking away here with these Waterfalls, and again they swap into a Jellicent. So I'm going to be storing up some energy. I'm going into Dragalge right now. I do get a Dragon Tail through, which is nice. I'm not going to be shielding this one. See what they want to do. They go for a Shadow Ball again, which I live. So I'm going to go for an Outrage again, and seeing if they want to shield. So does get the shield, which is great. Hopefully I can make it to another move. But at this point I'm going to decide to let my Dragalge go down. And I do have a Bubble Beam, which is fine. Hopefully I'm able to get to an Aqua Tail here and do a little bit of chip damage before I go down. So Aqua Tail goes through. Does a tiny bit of chip damage here, and then I go down, which is fine. So now that I know that they do not have Ice Beam, I'm just going to go ahead and go in and farm down with the Altaria. They do throw a Bubble Beam, which is fine. Gonna be able to get some farm here. I'm not going to be shielding again here on this Altaria. Now they do go for a Shadow Ball, which is okay. So again, I'm going to be able to farm down here, which is very nice. Going to be swapping right away back into the Empoleon again. And they swap into a Gengar. So going to be throwing the Hydro Cannon right here, pretty much just about at 2 Hydros. So going to be throwing the first one here to get the shield. Then the next Waterfall here, and I have to throw the next Hydro Cannon right away to take out this Gengar. At this point, I know I'm out of energy on my Empoleon, which is fine. These Waterfalls are still going to be chunking. Unfortunately, the Empoleon's not going to be able to get to a charge move. I was 1 Waterfall away. But luckily, the Altaria has a Sky Attack here ready to go. And I'm going to be able to take out this Alolan Ninetales here from this range. So great game, well played to my opponent there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, and I will say that again, Dragalge is pretty great to have on your team. It's a very niche pick. It's again a poison and dragon typing, so it will have single resistances here against the charm users. But again, the dragon type will kind of offset it, so it'll be neutral. But again, as a dragon type, it is actually pretty decent. A lot of great coverages, as you already know from dragon types. And yeah, if you want a great team to run, you can also check out HomeSliceHenry's video too. But you can also check out this one that I did. Very fun team to run. Very viable here in the Great League and the Great League Remix. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.